Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know it's been a long time. I know. Don't be mad. It's just I've been busy. I had some traveling to do. What else did I do? I had a women's conference to help somebody with. And then, life is just life. you know, I'm
Yes.
working behind the scenes doing some other stuff. I know this is a different setup. Y'all like, what the world? Why she got the guests on already? I know, it's different. Well, we are on site today. We have an on-site guest today. Um, Due to some other technical challenges, and we won't get into that. But
No.
we are here. We're on site today in a new location. So I just want to just say welcome to everybody. We are here with a very, very, very special person for me. Um, I've known her all my life. I have known her my whole life, really, my whole life. You had those friends you've been with, but I've known her longer than them. So she is. She's that person that when I call on the phone and we talk, we not talk for months. It could be months before we talk. But when we get on the phone, it is like we have been on the phone. We have seen each other and we are talking, and I'm talking hours. We have to force ourselves to get off the phone. We talking so much. So but like I said, she's very, very special. She is a licensed massage and body work therapist. I'm gonna tell you who she is in a minute. And she is she works in an area that is not a common area. I'll say that because a lot of times we sit around, we talk about massages and stuff, and we go into the spa and all. She not that kind of massage therapist. She not that kind. She got a little. She got some purpose involved with her. She got purpose. Because we don't do anything on this show that ain't attached to purpose. Let me just say that we don't do anything not attached to purpose. Now I'm not sure. I wanted to share this out just a little bit to make sure we got it going on the actual Facebook page. I want to make sure it's going. So hold tight while I make sure. Yeah, we're going right there. Yes, we on Facebook, girl.
Okay.
Okay, so we are gonna edit the privacy so I can make it so other people can see it. And we're going to y'all. This is stuff I be doing behind the scenes. Y'all can't see me actually doing this, but I'm having to do it this way today. So don't don't get distracted because don't get distracted. I'm gonna share it to. Let me see. Share it there. There. I get everybody. Okay. So now we're back to the real work. Okay, we about to be back, y'all. We about to be back. Hold on. Okay, can you see this now? Okay. All right. All right. So again, I told you she's very special. I've known her all my life. She's a special kind of massage therapist. Um, she is my vent partner. We have gone through some very similar things in life as far as our spouses are concerned. So we kind of compare notes on things like that as well. But she my cousin, y'all.
Yeah.
This is my cousin. She is my cousin, and I love her, and she the
Love you
best thing.
too.
Honey,
Love you too.
we had the best time with each other, just laughing
I
and
know.
laughing
I
and
know.
laughing about
We were
everything.
laughing the other night.
Yes, we can laugh all the time. So, without further ado, I want to introduce you to my cousin, Candace Petty Parker. I call her Candace. Y'all can call her. But welcome to Confidence. And I didn't tell you that I have people that come on who are new. So in case you haven't been here before, my name is B Springs. This is Confidently Speaking with B Springs. Hey, I like that thumbs up. I'm not sure who that is, but thanks. You are. Thanks for that. And she's my cousin, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna talk about massage different capacity. It's gonna be a little different how we talk about it this time because it's not. I'm going to the spa because you know that's how we typically. Girl, I need a day for myself. Let me get on over here to the spa. We're not talking about that kind of day. So, Candy, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I told them a little bit. You can just kind of tell them just a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm Candace. I am a licensed massage and bodywork therapist, but I identify as medical massage therapist. That's somewhat different than your say general massage therapist. Not in some ways, not. But I've been doing massage 25 years next month. I know, right? I still can't believe it's 25 years. I really can't. But the whole time, you know, it's really been really a great career. I have my practice. I'm in private practice. I've been in private practice since the beginning. I never wanted to work for anyone.
That's a story behind that.
That's a story behind that. And so I started my own practice 25 years ago in Dilworth. And so, yeah, it's amazing. So, I don't know. You want me to get into more detail?
No, that's good. That's good.
We'll stop there for now.
We're going to stop there because I'm going to let the questions in because there's so much in the questions. So, tell me how you started to pursue your career in massage therapy.
Well,
you ain't got to get long. You know, we'll chop it up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll chop it up. So.
Okay.
Not many people know that story. You know, I don't think you realize it. I haven't told many
Really?
people.
Really?
Not many people know that story. I don't even know if my whole family knows that story.
Oh,
really.
Okay.
Yeah. I was a paralegal. Was not thinking about massage at all. I don't even think I had one at that point.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I was a paralegal, worked for a criminal law firm. And then I started also working for Children's Law Center, which was a nonprofit back then. So we did neglect and dependency cases. So I was, you know, doing that. And I ran into a sign language interpreter who was in the court system. And she and I became really good friends. And she indicated, hey, you know, I always wanted to work for myself. And she said, you can have a really great career as a sign language interpreter and work in the court system. You already know the system. You know, can make really good money. You can get freelance. So I was all in. Okay. So the thing is that I was like, okay, I'm going to take these sign language classes and I'm going to do interpreting. And, you know, that'll be my avenue to my own career. Then, well, is going about business. We had moved into our first house. And so it was new construction. So, you know, the whole neighborhood was new. And I started receiving mail for this lady named Sherry Grimes. If you're out there, Sherry, hello.
She used to get your mail all the time.
I used to get your mail. But her name was Sherry Grimes. And I was getting mail, but I was only getting mail for massage schools. And it would be massage related things. And, you know, and I was just like, you know, well, I don't know who this person is, but I'm just going to hold on to her mail because it was a new neighborhood. So I'm thinking, you know, she lives somewhere around here, but I'm just getting her mail. So I kept getting mail for her, but only massage related. It was no part about it. And so I'm holding on to her mail, thinking, you know, I'm going to have to get this mail to her. So I had a bag started for Sherry and all of her mail. And I was talking to the postal worker, you know, the mail person in our neighborhood. And she was like, I don't know who this is. So I said, well, does she live in the neighborhood? And so she tried to find her. I tried to find her in the neighborhood. People are moving into the neighborhood. I'm thinking, I'm getting misdirected mail. She's got to be here somewhere. We looked at neighborhoods up the street, around us. I had a really great mail person at the time, Marilyn, and we tried to find her. So Marilyn was like, well, what other mail are you getting? And I'm like, I'm getting, massage stuff and flyers and school openings and open houses. And she said, but what about like electric bills? And she said, well, Candace, just trash it because we can't forward junk mail.
Now, how long were you getting her mail?
6 months.
6 months, y'all. She got this lady's mail for 6 months. And the only thing she was getting was stuff about massage therapy. That's crazy.
Nothing else. And so then one day I was like, well, let me look into this.
Mm-hmm.
So here was my, this is what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, well, I'll look into this massage thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to one particular massage school kept sending me information in Siler City. So Gary and I drove up there.
Gary's her husband, by the way.
Yeah. And he was like, what are we doing? But I'm like, well, let me go.
I'm checking out this massage school.
I don't know why, but so I went there and they were telling me, about the school. And it was just like, and she said, but there's one in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I was still not connected, really, everything. And she said, they have an open house coming up. You should go. Mm-hmm. So I attended the open house. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, this is really interesting. But still, I'm like, well, I'll go to massage school and I'll get that because it could go full time 6 months. Mm-hmm. And I could do that. And then I could just work on massage on the side while I build my business as a legal interpreter for the deaf in the court system.
Now, let me stop you right there. Now, first of all, for those of you who don't know Candy's always somebody trying to help everybody. She helped everybody. So she was finding out a way she could help people do something. She always been that person. Okay, back to your story.
Okay. So anyway, I decided that's what my agenda was. So I go to school, I come out, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this for like a year. Okay. And by that time, I'll be established, So meanwhile, Marilyn is like, Candace, you need to hurry up and get this, finish your sign language classes up, and everything so that I can bring you on because, if you don't do it now, we're going to miss the mark because at that time, Carolina Interpreting was coming up and they're now huge in Charlotte. And she said, you're going to miss your opportunity to kind of get in. So I kept saying, okay, I'm going to get to it. Well, before you knew it, I was working full time as a massage therapist. And I, of course, never got to it. But the weird thing is, and you remember, after I signed up for massage school, all the mail for Sherry Grimes stopped coming. And I was like, is this like a sign?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sign. God wanted you to be a massage therapist.
Right. And I was just like, this is really weird. And I never got an ounce of mail from her. Never again. I never got her phone bill, her cable bill, nothing. So
God will reroute your mail.
Oh, yeah.
He'll reroute mail to get something to you, make you do what you need to do. Exactly. He will do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because at that time I was like asking, are you sure this is what, I don't know if this is where I want to go. But I had made up my mind what I was going to do. But apparently
that wasn't the plan.
That wasn't the plan.
Okay. See, that's why I wanted y'all to hear that story. There is nothing God won't do to get you in position to what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So just don't.
Yes.
He used somebody. She had a brand new house,
right,
and sent some mail that belonged to somebody else to the house, and only sent that kind of mail to her house.
And then Marilyn said we cannot find her.
They couldn't locate her.
They could not locate her.
Come on now. Yeah. That's how it works. That's how it works. Okay.
Not many people know that's how I started. Yeah. People think I chose it. No, I did not.
He chose it for her.
He chose it for me. I had other plans.
Yeah, that story was so crazy when you told me. I was like, what? And I had not heard that story. I just thought you wanted to do it one day.
No, I had never thought about. And then people who knew me when I was a paralegal, they're like, "You doing what?" I mean, it was so like.
Did y'all hear that? She was a paralegal.
I'm like,
you see how far that went in a whole different direction.
A whole different direction.
Yeah. Okay. So, when we first came on, we talked about how people always want to go to the spa because I just need a massage. I need to feel better and da 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 da. So tell us the difference between a medicinal massage and self-care massages.
Well, in the industry, we call it medical massage. Mm-hmm. So, first, I definitely want to say that all massages are relevant. Mm-hmm. That's extremely important to say. Whether it's spa or what we call wellness, mm-hmm. Therapeutic, sports massage, which is how I started out mm-hmm. in sports. No matter what type or where you go, the goal of massage is, of course, overall health, to improve your overall health. Mm-hmm. So medical massage, there's so many definitions of it out there, mm-hmm. but basically medical massage is outcome-based massage, okay. where the client may have some type of treatment that they're undergoing or some kind of maybe a diagnosis. Mm-hmm. And so your goal is to go in and treat specifically what they need around that. Mm-hmm. And it involves much deeper assessment mm-hmm. and evaluation than you would do if you were, with a client who was coming in mm-hmm. for a regular massage. And that's pretty much how I define it. Mm-hmm. Then you have, there's different types of techniques or different modalities that you bring in that you would not otherwise bring into a wellness mm-hmm. Type of session.
So you said assessments. What kind of assessments do you do when the patient comes in? Or I shouldn't say the patient, the client.
Well, it's interchangeable.
It depends on which one.
Yeah. Okay. So like if it's a client and they come into my office, usually, I have patients who are cancer patients who come to my office mm-hmm. as well as patients who have had strokes mm-hmm. Who come to my office. So people come in office for lots of reasons, but a lot of my practice is done outside of my office. So I may be in a hospital. Mm-hmm. I may be in an assisted living. But a lot of times I'm in people's homes. Mm-hmm. And basically, for me to get that particular type of at that point, they're patients at some mm-hmm. point. If they were referred to me by an oncologist or by a medical social worker, mm-hmm. a nurse, because of all the years I've been in, mm-hmm. I have met a lot of people. Right. So people will call me and say, Candace, we have this particular situation. I was telling the family about you, mm-hmm. or an oncologist I've worked with may say, hey, Candace would be good for this case. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times in oncology situations, especially, I have to have a doctor's approval mm-hmm. To actually do that. So, and especially if it's in certain situations. Mm-hmm. So people come to me in different ways. Mm-hmm. But primarily through a referral. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now that's a good segue. First of all, let me say thank you all for joining us. We are here again. This is Confidently Speaking. I am here with Candace Petty Parker. She is a licensed massage and bodywork therapist. And she's my cousin too, y'all. Yes. But I thought I wanted to bring her on because she has a special story for our family, but also in case because some people don't even realize that massage therapists are working in the capacity that you're working. Yeah. Because when I started, which is unbelievably 25 years ago, there wasn't many specializations for mm-hmm. massage. I knew instantly that as much as spa work is very relevant for me, mm-hmm. I knew that I wanted to specialize. I started with sports massage. I did that for a little while until something caused me to segue mm-hmm. away from that. And I knew that, that was something that I wanted to do. But massage is so vast. I mean, it really, really is. And I have been really grateful that I have been able to witness the evolution of it, because it is, people think of it in such a limited way. But it really is not. I mean, and for anybody who's even considering it as a career, there's so many options now in massage that wasn't there 25 years ago.
Right.
So specializing was almost unheard of when I started 25 years ago. You were, it was still considered a luxury.
Yeah.
Something rich people did.
Yeah.
Or, if you were on a cruise, that type of situation.
Yeah.
But, you never really thought of it in any other way. I've had great mentors who helped push forward the industry. So a lot of kudos to people who went ahead of me and did that. Orthopedic massage, Benny Vaughn, who happens to be a Black man who really made a huge impact in massage therapy with orthopedic massage. So, yeah, it's very varied for sure.
Okay. Well, good. Well, that's going to bring us to my next question. Okay. So I want you to share with our audience how you moved into what we call hospice and oncology massage therapy. How did you move into that?
Well, my dear aunt Carrie, B's
That's
mom.
my mama. That's my mama, y'all.
Yeah. Unfortunately, her dear mom was, dealing with a diagnosis of cancer. And I had probably only been doing massage for maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah, that was early.
Early. It was really early. So how long ago has it been? I can tell
Nicholas is 25, so it will be 26 years in November.
Well, then, yeah. So it had to be at least a year or two in.
Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, she lost that battle. And I decided that, hospice had done such a great job with your mom that I would, in memory of your mom, donate my services to hospice. And I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
It was a life changer.
But it was a life changer for me. There were not many people who did. I mean, when I was working with hospice, there were 4-6 massage therapists who worked, and we were volunteers. So we were going to people's homes and everything, but we were treated as part of the team. We sat in on team meetings, with oncologists and nurses, medical social workers, so forth and so on. The whole team that kind of operates with a hospice patient. And I learned so much. And, nurses who I will take my skirt off to every day of the week really taught me a lot. And of course, there was no training for hospice or that at that time. There was movement for oncology, massage and everything that was growing on the West Coast a lot. But it was all still new because all these specializations were just starting to kind of brew for massage. So I worked with them for, I would say I volunteered with them for about 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was there that I kind of cut my teeth, I guess you could say, on it. I went on to, take workshops and things like that. But a lot of it, when I was in workshops, the people were going like, well, you kind of already know. Well, why are you even here? But, certifications and things like that are important.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I started, was really in memory of your mom. And then I found that it was really my passion. Was working with patients, and the whole intent of massage in that particular situation in hospice is for pain management.
Okay.
So, a lot of patients are on morphine and they're on type of narcotics or what have you. And I saw many people, in a lot of pain and not able to be present
Mm-hmm.
for their families at crucial times. So if I could relieve some of that
Mm-hmm.
in whatever way I could, then that was really what my intent was. And so I just did it, volunteer, never thinking, oh, well, this is going to be an actual,
This is gonna be a job.
this is going to actually be a job. Uh, but at some point, I was working so much that my regular practice, I was working as much doing volunteer.
Okay, that was I was gonna ask you
Yeah.
that. How much work do you do compared to what you do in this office?
Yeah, I was working. I had to kind of say, hey guys, I really need to cut back,
Mhm.
because I was working 50% of my practice was hospice,
Mm-hmm.
but I was doing it because it was somewhat of a ministry for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I did it for that. At that point, I was still, of course, learning a lot, but I was also viewing it as my own personal ministry. And then
Mhm.
also, my continual, love for your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I continued to do it. And then my name just kind of started getting around.
Your name was out there. You was out there.
And so, I would get referrals and that type of thing. And then I would go to
Mhm.
assisted livings and I worked, there. I had contracts with assisted livings
Mhm.
and I worked in assisted livings, mostly memory care units,
Mhm.
and that type of thing. So, yeah, it just became a total thing. And then I started broadening it out to where I was working with TBI clients. Oh, sorry, traumatic brain injury.
Okay.
Patients, and then I was working with stroke patients, and then I was working, it just kind of ALS, and then a lot of oncology cases, and I was getting all this pancreatic cancer cases, and so you started learning, oh, there are pain patterns that are atypical for this particular type of cancer and that type of thing. So it's been it's been a learning cycle for sure. It continues too,
Yeah.
as I do more and more work.
So okay, I know years ago I remember I can't remember where you worked, which location you were in then, but I remember you even talked about you did some things for babies sometimes. Do you still do them?
No.
Okay.
I could not. And I'm sure there are nurses out there who know. Working in NICU and doing all that type of thing. I remember the one case I had where it was a palliative, but yet it was kind of draw the line. It could be hospice, but I could not hospice a child.
Yeah.
I had tough. Yeah, it's that work can be challenging in itself, but a child I just could not.
That was too much.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that, but then I just knew that wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just remember that we were standing outside some building or something. You were talking about the babies, not too far from Dilworth, somewhere over there.
Oh yeah.
So how is working with these patients, oncology and hospice patients? How's that influenced your outlook on life and health? How's that?
Wow, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. Wow. Well, needless to say, I appreciate life more. And I think anyone who works in healthcare can attest to that. But definitely, I think not only do I view life as precious, for lack of a better word, but I think it really has affected the way I live my own life with intention. I think that's probably what I got the most out of it, is being very intentional, with my life, intentional with family, intentional with friends, letting people know how you really feel. I cannot tell you how many times I have been fortunate to be present. And again, anybody who does any kind of healthcare can attest to this, where you are with families and the loved ones. And those are the people who changed me. I must say that. The people, the patients that I have been blessed to have worked with, the families that I have met, they forever changed me. Each and every one of them left their mark on me. But I realized that it's very important to just say what you feel. It's just so important to just say what you feel. Um, and I've seen so many families, allow that moment to slip away.
Yeah.
And you don't have any closure. So I tell people all the time, just get closure on a daily basis, because we don't know.
Yeah.
So but it changed me totally in that way.
Oh, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to be a really strong person to work in healthcare, and you have to be an even stronger person, I believe, to work in the environment you have allowed your ministry to work in. It takes that's a whole different level when you kind of see where the patients are going. You're seeing the emotions of the families and that kind of thing. It takes a lot to do that, and I'm probably not equipped to do that.
Well, a lot of people always say that, and I'm sure nurses and stuff get this too, because for what I do is very, very small amount of time that I'm with them compared to nurses who I take my skirt off to again, and doctors too. I don't want to, but let's face it, let's who do the work. Okay, so what I have discovered is that I really, people go, it has to be so difficult, but it's so life affirming. I try to tell people it's not what you think. Yes, it's sad. I remember I had one patient who was with me for 3 years.
Wow.
And I had an unbelievable connection with her. But her passing was very life affirming for me. All of them, so people go, oh, it has to be so sad. Of course, yeah. You grieve and it's sad. But if you choose to see it the other way, it affirms life, which is why I think it's so important for people to have completions, as I call them, or have closure. If it's anyone you don't have that with, because I've seen people just go through the heartache of never having that, the patient never having it from their family, or the patient never giving it to their family. So,
Okay, Glory, speaking to people. So let's speak to some people we got on the line today.
Okay.
Hey, Candace. That's my friend Candace.
Oh, hey, Candace.
That's Angie.
Hey, Angie.
And Victoria Prince.
Oh, Victoria.
You know her?
I do.
Okay, that's Victoria. Okay, and then that's Alicia George. I know her. Hey, Apostle Alicia. Then let's see, Queena. Hey, Queena. And Gloria said D is on, but D didn't put anything in the comments, so I couldn't say hey D because I didn't see you putting nothing in the comments. But anyway, so this is Candace Petty Parker. We're talking about I want to say medicinal massage, but we're talking about massage therapy, but specialized in that specialized area where she has made it a ministry to work with oncology and hospice patients for massage therapy. And we have been talking. Hey, Keena. Hey, girl. I was thinking about you the other day. I got to get down there. We were talking about that. And those of you who missed the story, Candace decided to specialize in that area because she worked with my mom. My mom was a cancer. She had ovarian cancer and she was in hospice. And that is how she decided she was going to volunteer her time. She said she volunteered in the hospice area for 18 years, y'all. 18 years.
And the only reason why I stopped volunteering is because it became so overwhelming. And I was like, I need to kind of make money. I kind of need to work.
So, since I am an entrepreneur, that's how I get my check.
Yeah, I just sort of need to do that part. But even now, like a nurse or a medical social worker or someone who I have known and through hospice, will call me and say, hey, this is a case they really can't afford to
Mhm.
pay, and it's not about money.
Right.
It's really about connection. It's really about connection and about healing,
Mhm.
And whatever I can facilitate to make that happen,
Mhm.
And I will tell you this, I don't think I've ever shared this story with you. There was a gentleman who I had for a short amount of time, maybe about 6 months.
Mhm.
And he was probably in his 40s, and he had to move back home to be with his mom because, he
Mhm.
had to give up his apartment and so forth. And I was seeing him, a lot. And he said, Candace, he said, feels so much better when when you hear, and when you leave, I feel really good. He said, I really, really do believe that I'm being healed.
Mm.
And I said, okay. I said, well, and he said, so don't you think I'm being healed? I was like, oh my God, no, he did not ask me, that kind of question. They don't, nobody
Yeah.
prepares you for that. And I don't know where it came from.
Mhm.
I don't know where it came from. But I looked at him and I said, because I knew he had very little time left.
Mhm.
And I said, sometimes death is the healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, and it's okay to embrace that.
Yeah. Mhm.
And he affected me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will forever be grateful to him. Yeah, he affected me a lot because and I don't know how I knew to say that. I don't know if it was correct to say that. Probably not, because they instruct you not to say certain things.
Mhm.
But I felt that very strongly for him.
Mhm.
And I think he needed
a release.
He needed a release.
Mm-hmm. But what, Candy, the Holy Spirit will tell you what to say.
I know.
That what the people need. And so I believe that was just an opportunity for that to happen. And when we pray and we ask God, especially when our loved ones are sick, we want them. We, our fleshly people, we want them to stay here with us.
Exactly.
But sometimes the deliverance doesn't happen here.
Right.
It doesn't happen here.
It doesn't happen here.
But
yes,
they are still free, and they are free from all the pain and all the stuff that had to go along with that.
Exactly.
And that's really the ultimate. It may hurt us for a while, but it's the best thing for them.
It's the best thing for them.
Now, you told me a story, and I don't remember if it was a long story or not, but you told me a story
Probably
about,
was.
I don't know, but y'all, we be talking all the time. But it was about, you said you were in the room with somebody and you felt the presence in the room.
Oh my
when
gosh.
The family and stuff.
Oh my gosh. That has happened to me so much, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly what you're talking about. I remember he was sweet soul. And he was living with his sister. Mm-hmm. Again, he had to give up his place, and he moved in with his sister, who was she took really good care of him. Mm-hmm. Talk about really good family support. And I had gone to see him. I had a regular appointment to go see him. And I had gone that day to see him. And she was like, oh, Candace, he's back in the den, just going back, So I went back to see him. And I have felt this a few times, but never like this, where I entered the room. And when I tell you it was palpable, I could feel, for lack of a better word, the energy in that room was it felt like so much love. It was so unbelievable. And I know people going to think I'm crazy, right? Because for a moment I had to go, okay, am I really seeing this? But in that room, I walked in and he was lying on the sofa, and he spoke, and I asked him how he was doing. And I was telling him we could do some energy work, or we could do whatever he needed, that day. And he said, okay. But he was kind of sleepy and kind of in and out. And all of a sudden, the room felt like full, and like really full. And when I looked up, I don't question what I saw. I know what I saw,
Mm-hmm.
but it still was the probably the most spiritual
Mm-hmm.
moment I ever really had with a patient,
Mm-hmm.
where I could see people.
It was a cloud of witnesses, is what it was.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
It was. I could see in the background. Just it felt like, you know how people stand like in stadiums standing, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like somebody was here, somebody was here, somebody was here, and it was all around the room, and it had this green kind of like glow. And I left that room, and I mean I wasn't afraid, but I left that room, and I remember going to his sister, and I said, Yvonne, I'm sorry, I can say it first name. I said, Yvonne, that room is full. I said, that room is full.
Y'all hear that? You hear that? And the great cloud of witnesses in the room.
It was full. That room was full. And he died like 2 days later. But when I tell you the love and the people who came and showed up for him in that room, girl, I'm going to
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But no, it's a beautiful thing. But that room was full, and you know, and he yeah, I was grateful that he allowed me to have that experience with him. You know, So yeah, that was a very special moment for me, because she was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "He's not alone." Okay,
I love it.
I said, "He is not alone," and she was like, you know. Luckily, you know, she was a sister, so we could like really, you know. I said, yeah, he's not alone, Yvonne. And she was like, really? I said, no. I said, he's not. I said, he's got a lot of people there.
And is this the family that had all the praying people coming around the clock to pray with the man?
Oh no, that was my other patient.
See the stories, y'all. The stories.
That was my other patient. She was a young girl.
Okay.
And remember, she was young.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And now girl. She was a young girl, and she couldn't have been about more than 19. She wasn't 20 yet, I know, and 18 or 19. And she had the type of cancer that she had. It was really early. You know, it was early, but yet it was like it was progressing. Like it was early in her diagnosis, but it seemed like it was picking up pace. And she had the best family. Oh, talk about, you know, that family, talking about showing up for her. Oh, that family showed up for her. She had a really, really great family. But she had people coming around the clock. Listen. Around the clock for her. When I first met her, she was like, Candace, she said, now people are going to be coming to pray for me. And she said, now you're welcome to stay. You know.
Because this is what we do around here.
This is what we do around here, pretty much. She was like, with my family is going to be coming to pray, and we have people coming to pray. And she said, and you can stay if you want it, you know. And I said, you know, but you know, you try to have that professional thing. And so I said, okay. Well, I said, well, thank you. And she had people coming around the clock. They had committed. Her family, her friends, her church had committed, and she had around the clock prayer. Girl, you know, I got a call one day. And, you know, and my coordinator, her name was Kathy, and she called, I would had a pager. So and I was going to page her, I'm like, because, you know, in the morning I would get a report by phone. You know, I would call in to see if my patients made it through the night. And she said, I got the page, and I was like, oh, and it was for her. And because she was like, you know, I got the page, and I called, and she said, yeah, I want to talk to you about, you know, so. And I said, oh my God, I said, what's happened? And she said, you won't have to go back. And I said, oh man. And she said, no, they're going to take her out of hospice.
Come on, y'all hear that?
Girl,
y'all hear that?
You know, and I was like, what? You know, I mean, they were like, you know, they're really going to dial back, and we're going to just kind of, you know, monitor her. She's in a palliative status, and we're just going to see palliative, which means that, you know, you're not terminal, but yet you may have a chronic illness or disease or something that, you know, we possibly could manage that, because cancer is chronic.
Right.
Cancer can be a chronic case. So over the months, I would be checking, making sure, no. She never came back.
Never went back to the hospital.
And I had asked Kathy, I said, you want to know, but you can't find out, after your case, you can't go back, so I never knew, but I was told by her nurse that she was thriving. But when I tell you, I would be coming, people would be going. They had, even when I was there, they'd be in the living room praying while I worked on her. Few people came into the room. Do you mind if we be in here and pray while you in here? I said, no. I said, come on. But that was the most beautiful experience. I was so, so happy. I prayed today that she's well.
Yeah.
That was probably 15 years ago. So she would be in her 30s now. So yeah, I pray she's well.
But you know what? That's good. See, I love it when God puts stuff on display for you to see. So you can say, yeah, I'm working over here. That's what I'm doing over here. I love it. I love when he does that. Angie, I think Angie has a question.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, because Angie, let me know if you want to put that in. If you have a question for Candy, you can put it in the comments, or if you need to call her, let me put her number up for those of you. Because I ain't gonna say it on here because she gonna
say it.
I ain't gonna say it.
Go ahead and say it.
Okay, so my cousin, she is not really into technology and stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
She's not into technology.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm just not. Listen, because see, when I started,
it wasn't none of this.
It was, it was my space.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah. So I didn't even go into.
Okay.
All that.
She can probably call Candy if she has a question specifically for her. That is just so. We put her number out there, and people need massages. She's a massage therapist. Why wouldn't you use her?
It's nice.
Why would you use her? Now I don't know.
Angie.
Okay. So Angie got a question. Angie must want to ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But anyway,
hi, Angie.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm good. How are you?
The number was out there available. I love this. But the work that she does because she.
Oh, Angie wants to share a story.
Oh, she wants to share a story. Now I don't know how we can put her on speaker, maybe.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, Angie.
Wait a minute, Andrew. We got this new for confidence. We got to call in. Okay, go ahead, Angie.
Hi, I'm Angie.
Can y'all hear her? I want to make sure y'all can hear her. Put something in the comments and let me know y'all can hear her. Y'all put something in the comments. Glory. Okay. What? Okay. Thank you, Kena. Go ahead, Candy. Angie.
First of all, I'm family. I have to say that. But let me share something with you about this young lady. First of all, she was truly a blessing to my son Vernon when he had his business, and he just probably saw Candace on a regular basis a lot, and they were pulling teeth about trying to get me in with Candace. No, I kept canceling appointments. Finally, I got my little hips in there. Well, of course, it takes us a good hour just to catch up.
That's right.
Before she even starts her treatment. But anyway, I was dealing with an issue. I think it was in my back. Just annoying pain that I had been dealing with for a while. And so I let Candace do her thing, and it was good. Of course, it was awesome. And she said, now, Angie, now you're going to be a little sore the next day. I was thinking, it's not going to be that bad. Let me tell you what. That next day, I was like, hold on, am I going to be able to get up and go to work? It was something just to get me out of the bed. And I was like, she worked. Because she kept saying, Angie, I feel this. I guess that area that I was dealing with, that pain never came back.
Look at that. She got healing hands too, y'all. Look at that.
Never.
Oh, Angie, I'm glad to know that.
And I was mad at myself for beating myself up for so long just to come in there. But you know how I do about getting the
I know.
digging. It's another story.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was just so grateful after I got over that next day of that soreness. I tell you what, it was like, oh, thank you, Lord. I mean, it just went away. I can't even remember where the pain was now. I never dealt with it anymore after that.
Look at God.
Yes.
Thank you, Angie.
You're welcome.
Okay, talk to you later. Okay, bye, y'all.
Bye,
Okay.
Angie.
All right, look at her. Okay, so she got healing hands and all of that. So let me put her number back on here so y'all can see, because I would hate for y'all try to get y'all in there if y'all can.
I apologize for not. I am not a tech person.
I'm gonna help her.
She's gonna help me out. But you know, when I started, and because I get referrals all the time, I have never advertised.
But let's talk about that though.
I have never advertised.
But because you're in what God called you see how He set your whole life up.
Yes.
To do what you're supposed to do, and
I
you
know.
ain't never had to do nothing because He sent everybody to you.
Yep.
God will supply when you in your ministry. He will do what He's supposed to do when you're in your ministry. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, when you're in your purpose, He obligated to provide. He obligated. I'm just saying. Now that's my thing.
Yeah, because it sure wasn't me. Because you know I'm not a tech person.
Okay, so
but I will. You can always text
me.
You can text me.
She's good with texting her. It's better because she's with patients. She ain't got time to talk on the phone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on the phone. So
yeah, and you know my husband has been to her a couple times. The nephews go all the time. I'm telling you what, the nephews don't miss their appointments.
How come all them show up?
All the boys show up.
All the boys show up. I never have a problem with them.
Yeah, they always show up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I wanted to ask you this question about how do you maintain your own work-life balance? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
How do you manage that?
Well, I would love to be able to tell you I do a great job at that.
Yeah.
But I've gotten better about it for sure. Because, you know, there's always a case. You know, and it's hard for me to sometimes say I can't. You know, especially if it's hospice oncology related. It's really hard. And even now, like since I do strokes and traumatic brain injuries and that type of thing, because I work with a team. I do want to say that, you know, it's not just me. You know, there's OTs and PTs who refer to me, who I know, but we work together. So I'm not just out here doing my own thing. You know, like if it's somebody who needs, who, like I'm working with a patient now who had a stroke on the left side, and his hand is contracted and he can't, keep it open, and he's getting Botox treatments for that, which is really good for that. And then I have to go in and work certain muscles to kind of keep, to try to keep his hand from atrophying or contracting. So, the PT, the OT may say, Candace, I need you to work this particular area. So I'll go in and work that, and I'm working in conjunction with them. So they called me about someone, and I'm just thinking, are they ambulatory? Can they come to me? Because, going to people becomes another thing. Yeah. Because I'm in my office working, because I do have regular, clients.
We're actually in her office right now.
Yeah, we're actually in my office now. But, that I do body work on. So, and body work could be some of the things like what Angie had. We're working a particular problem out. But, so I have to kind of balance that. So I've gotten much better with it, but, I try to take in your advice when I get off work, taking some time to just decompress before, I go in to my house, and, because you do have to, I can detach. Now, I'm not going to say I can't. I can detach, but I'm not doing a good job I'm taking really more time for myself. I'm definitely getting better, but I think that most people in healthcare can attest to that. It's really hard to kind of, because you care for other people, to kind of stop and remember you got to care for you.
Yeah.
So I am getting better with that, but I definitely do a lot of praying to help me to find that balance. And I do take off. I'm very particular about my time off. So I may take like Wednesdays. For all of you, I do not work.
She does not work on Wednesdays.
Do not work on Wednesdays because I have found that, I work hard Monday, Tuesday, my body needs a break. And that's how I've lasted for 25 years because massage is very physical. And so, and then just Saturdays, I don't work some. It's very seldom that you'll get me on Saturday. So I'm really trying to balance it better. And then, emotionally, I grieve when I lose someone. And, that component is there. But again, good friends, good family really kind of helped me through that. But it's a struggle, honestly. I'm not going to say I have this all worked out because I don't.
So do you get massages yourself?
I do. Okay. I get chiropractic adjustments. I get massage. I mainly get a lot of body work because I use my body a lot. So I really have to get very good body work. And so, yeah, that's definitely a regimen. I used to do like every 2 weeks for massage. So it really depends on what's going on that month. I may go ahead and get, 2 massages a month, but usually I get like 90-minute sessions. And then I go get a chiropractic adjustment because, this is very physical work. And that's one thing, if anybody was ever interested in it as a career, I've been very blessed that I have not had any injury as a massage therapist, meaning no carpal tunnel, no bursitis or anything like that. But I had to learn early. My mentor told me, you got to take time for yourself. You got to do some self-care. So if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would have lasted 25 years. So yeah, whatever I tell you to do, I try to do.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, y'all got any questions y'all want to put in the chat and ask Candy? Again, here's her contact information. We're going to get her free website up soon.
Oh, Lord.
A free something. Just
Here
so
we go.
If nothing else, it would be good so people know what you do.
Okay.
It could be an informational
It could be an informational
website, not for you to have to, book appointments or anything like that, just for information purposes.
Okay, well, that might be doable.
Yeah, that's doable. It don't cost you nothing either. Y'all, that's an inside joke. That's an inside joke. Y'all, let's see.
This has been fun. I've never done this.
Angie said she need to get Arthur in there because Arthur been having the back.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that.
Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Victoria. I appreciate you, and you too, Dr. Patricia. If you're joining us and this isn't live, because you will see the red button over there on the side. If it's live, if it's not live, watch the replay. Let me know you watch the replays. Reach out if you have questions. Let me know. I can get them to Candace. Of course, the track is going across the screen. If you have them, she says she would prefer to be texted for questions, appointments. Because appointments is always good. Appointments is good. If she can work you in, I'm just saying, appointments is good.
You're funny.
No, Queena. She is a licensed massage and bodywork therapist. That's what she is. And she my cousin. I want to keep saying it. And she my cousin. But it has been fun. I mean, for us, this is like we do on the phone. Yes. So it's like us talking on the phone.
Yes.
So this has been really good.
It has been good.
And I hope y'all enjoy us being here with you and meeting.
And thanks for turning out, guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's been good. And
and my clients
she's located in Charlotte, girl. Marcella. Hey girl, she in Charlotte.
Yes. I am. I'm off of what, Medical Plaza?
Medical Plaza near Mallow Creek over in that area.
Yeah, I was in South Charlotte for 24 years.
Okay, this is
So-
Gloria. She said, I just wanted to say, Candy, thank you so much for the person you are, the cousin you are, how you loved our mother, how you loved on her, and I will call you for my next appointment. Yeah.
You need to get in. Good.
And that's Shamar saying it was good. This is my friend Keena. She said thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Marcia, I can let you know where she is, but like I said, get that number off the bottom that's scrolling across the screen in case you want to reach out and get you an appointment. Again, I said she got healing hands. Y'all heard that. She got healing hands and all that be going on with her.
And then reference that it was Facebook that, sent you when you text.
Yeah.
Because, that way, because most everyone who is referred comes through text or email, but,
Yeah, so what you do is you reach out to her, say, I saw you on B's show. Exactly. That way she know where it came from.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, might be a little surprise in there for you. You never know. Gloria said, you will not regret it when you go.
Oh,
yeah.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, so I appreciate everybody. And we'll be back next month. I don't know who we talking to next month. I have no idea.
I need to try to.
Oh yeah. So we working on because all my girls in here, I know some of us is dealing with that over, that menopause and stuff. So we're trying to get a doctor in here to talk about all the stuff that go on with that premenopause and menopause symptoms. We're trying to get somebody in here to talk about that because that's a big deal for us. I know it's a big deal for me. And everybody, Dr. Patricia said, yep, we're trying to get somebody in to talk about that. So she has a friend who has all the answers. Yeah. She got a friend who got all the answers. So that's why you got to know the right people. It's who you know. And there go Marcella. Everybody who want to hear about the menopause stuff, put yes in the chat. Put yes in the chat. Yes. So I want to make sure I reach out to you when it comes.
Remind me to do that and reach out to her.
Okay. And we may actually do a session somewhere with Conversations in the Hall, get some women together, do a healthcare thing, and we had the people come in and talk about it. So but either way, we're gonna do it on here for sure because I know we all got all kind of things, and because a lot of the symptoms that I have, you might not have because it's affecting us in all different kinds of ways. Yeah, for everybody. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. And we will see you next time on Confidently Speaking with B Springs. Y'all have a great night.